Hello friends, welcome to Little Officers, your friends in UPSC preparation. Please subscribe to the channel and press on the bell icon for regular updates. So in this series, we are analyzing the questions which came in UPSC Prelims Examination 2021. In this particular video, let us look at the questions from Geography and Agriculture. So both of them like less number of questions, that's why I'm combining, otherwise I would have made single video on each of them. Okay. So here what we will do, we will be doing the subject wise analysis, source wise analysis. I had a lot of difficulty in finding the sources. Okay. But however, some I could found and some I could not. But let us see. Then difficulty level analysis, and finally at the end of this series we will do based on whatever this analysis that we do and the kind of survey I got. Based on that, let us do the prediction for this cutoff. Okay. Let us begin with the questions from geography. The first one is on the proportion of water on the planet Earth. The statement 1 says the amount of water in the rivers, lakes is more than the amount of groundwater. This is wrong. Groundwater has more water, and if you can get it if you are like reading the basic NCERT books, 11th class book, where you have that proportion in percentages. They have done the comparison in a picture. Okay, just go through it, you will get the entire clear picture of it. And second statement says the amount of water in the polar ice caps, that is in the glaciers and the polar locations, is more than the amount of groundwater. This is right. Okay, if you see in the globe, the polar region, South Pole, North Pole, and Greenland, other region in the Siberia and Alaska, and even the third pole in the Hindu Kush, Himalayan mountains, and in Antarctica, the amount of water that is tapped in the glaciers is more than groundwater. So the correct answer is only 2. And the source is NCERT book, static question, factual, and the difficulty level is, I'm keeping it under moderate because of this. Like, see, while reading, we don't give much attention to this sort of minute details, but UPSC is focusing on even those minute ones. Okay, that's why. Next question on the river system. See, this year at least 2 questions are there on the river system. This is one on the Indus River system. Okay, which is frequently in the news because of Indus Water Treaty or the kind of conflict which is going between India and Pakistan. So those are the reasons. Okay, and it is a static one. Okay, and again you can get the information from NCERT 11th class book or even 7th class book. If you are Indian geography, if you are studying out the drainage of Indian geography, you'll get this. So static hai, factual question. Now the question is bit tricky, that's why the difficulty level I'm keeping it under difficult. Even while coming to the conclusion of this answer, I had little bit of difficulty, and this answer maybe some of you may not like it, but I'll give the reason why I have gone with this. Okay, it says that, see, in this system 4 of the rivers, if you consider, which of the 4 that is given in here, out of which 3 of them are going to pour into one of them which joins the Indus directly. So which one is such a river? मतलब ये जो 4 rivers दिया है, इसमें से एक river जो Indus में directly मिलेगा और बाकी जो rivers है, they are going to merge into that particular river. So what is that river? So थोड़ा सा tricky question है and analytical question भी बोल सकते हो. So I have given the drainage here. If you look at it, just look at the Chenab first. ठीक है, it starts here and then goes, and Jhelum, it is joining into it, and Ravi joining into it, Sutlej also joining into it. Then it goes and joins the Indus River. Okay. In some of the sources, some of the people said it is Sutlej, not Chenab. So why I am going with Chenab? Because Ravi and Jhelum, they directly join into Chenab, and if you go through the source of it, where Chenab, like Chenab, this is the drainage basin which is given in this your Wikipedia and standard sources. Okay, and if you look at that Sutlej, it somehow it falls somewhere here itself, something like that. Okay, so that's why I've gone with Chenab as the answer, and some sources say Sutlej. So let us wait for UPSC official key, then we can have the clear understanding on it. So it is one of that debatable question. Next is with reference to India, Didwana, Kuchaman, Sargol and Khatu, they are the names of what? See guys, Didwana you might have come across in the recent times in the news if you have gone through the newspapers, because it has been given the status of Ramsar. So it has been added into Ramsar sites. So that is the reason why, even if you have given EPFO examination and there is also one question on Ramsar sites, they were asking number of Ramsar sites. Okay, so based on that, if you have some knowledge, you can come to some conclusion. You might have studied about Didwana, but the problem here is, see, in the option it is Ramsar sites is also given, mangrove areas and glaciers and saline lakes. So these are the options which are given, out of which there is a conflict between these two, like if you are not well aware of it. Okay, so glaciers, mangroves you can remove, these two might be confusing. But if you see other ones, Kathu, Sargol and Kachaman. Sargol also is in the news, okay, but Kachaman, Kathu we do not know. That's why I'm saying it is static, factual as well as news. So it is inspired from the current affairs as well. Okay, so if you are like aware of this Didwana and Sargol, Sargol is again the saltwater lake. Okay, so then you can directly, like without much confusion, you can directly come to it is saline lakes, not Ramsar sites, because Ramsar site में दिदवाने के साथ दो और आया था, लाइक तोल, ठीक है, ऐसे ही कुछ और दो तीन है, दो और आया था, मतलब चार साइट्स को रामसर स्टेटस दिया है, रामसर में ऐड किया है. आई एम नॉट एबल टू रिकॉल ऑल फोर ऑफ देम. दिदवाना, थोल, देयर इज two more I forgot. I'll make a separate video on all Ramsar sites in India. Okay, then I'll tell you this information, but here the focus is on saline lakes. Okay, so that's why the difficulty level I'm keeping it under difficult basket. The next question, again river system. Okay, this is particularly rivers which are originating in the Eastern Ghats. So again the source is NCERT books, geography books, river systems. So in that you just have to have a broad understanding about what are the rivers which are originating from Western Ghats and the rivers which are originating from the Eastern Ghats. तो यहाँ पर options देखो, ब्रह्मणी, नागावली, सुवर्णरेखा and वंशधारा. The correct answer is 2 and 4, that is Nagavali and Vamshadhara. The reason is simple, you just have to remember this fact. So I have given some of the other rivers which are originating from the Eastern Ghats, Baitarni river, then Rushkulya, then Vamshadhara. This is what given in the option, then Nagavali. So that's why it is direct, but it is factual, and we don't pay much attention to that much of like minute ones. That's why I'm keeping it under difficult range, or you can say moderate as well if you have an eye on these things. Okay, then again look at this question. Consider the following statements. The Global Ocean Commission grants license for seabed exploration and mining international waters. Okay, this statement is wrong because it is given by ISA, International Seabed Authority. If you have idea of this particular organization, you can directly get to the answer that it is only 2 and 3, because you can eliminate 1. And see, this is always in the news because of the EEZ that we got extended in 2017. ISA, International Seabed Authority, has extended the EEZ, Exclusive Economic Zone, or the right to explore and mine from the seabed in the Indian Ocean up to 200 nautical miles. See, there is a concept like from the coastal line, okay, whatever that falls within the 12 nautical miles. Nautical mile is a unit to measure that distance in the oceanic regions. Okay, so up to 12 nautical miles, this comes under your territorial waters. From there, here you will go to this 200 nautical miles. From there, that will be regarded as your EEZ, Exclusive Economic Zone, where you will have that exclusive right to mine different like minerals. For example, these polymetallic noodles also, polymetallic noodles, this is also in the news, you might have heard about it. So we are trying to explore, and this is related to your deep ocean mission. Please recall in Newsmita ocean mission. Okay, so we wanted to explore this, so usse related hai. So that is how I can say this question is linked to it, and that is the source of this question. And the nature of the question is both factual and static, and you can say even current affairs inspired as well. Okay, difficulty level is moderate, and the answer is 2 and 3 only, because India has received license for seabed mineral exploration in international waters, that is up to 200 nautical miles. Okay, high seas भी बोलते हैं इनको. Then rare earth minerals are present in seabed in international waters. This is true. So in your polymetallic noodles, many of the rare earth minerals are there. Okay, so that's why this question is there. Then consider the following statements in the tropical zones. Okay, I forgot to demarcate the answer. It is both 1 and 2. Okay, the western sections of the oceans are warmer than the eastern sections owing to the influence of trade winds. See, again guys, you need to have understanding about trade winds, westerlies, easterlies, and this is all part of your climatology, and the source is 11th class NCERT book itself. Okay, and static hai, factual hai, and the question is difficult because of the confusion they created with these options. Okay, westerlies के बारे में and trade winds, मतलब wind system के बारे में ये entire question. So the answer is 1 and 2, both of them are right. Next, so with that your geography questions are done. Now let us enter into agriculture questions. The first question, I am continuing with the number so that we can have the consolidated number at the end. The first question is black cotton soils. You can put this question under geography as well, because under your geography, soil profile is one of the topic. So cotton soil of India has been formed due to weathering of which material? Weathering of what? Again guys, here there is a debate. See, we can eliminate this brown forest soil and shale and limestone, but between these two there is a kind of debate which one is correct. Like both of them are volcanic origin, and we know black cotton soils are also of volcanic origin, but if you see, it's the fissure volcanic rock rather than the granite and schist. Okay, because why I'm leaving this granite is a intrusive rock. Okay, intrusive, what is the meaning of intrusive? It means it forms within the layers of the earth. Okay, layers of earth. So ये वाला official key आने तक थोड़ा सा ambiguity रहेगा. So let's look for that official key of UPSC. As of now I'm going with fissure volcanic rock. Static question है, previous year questions basis पे है, like उसका themes basis पे inspired from there, and difficulty is moderate because of these two options. Next question is Bolgard 1 and Bolgard 2 technologies are mentioned in the context of what? See, if you have read about this, or if you have read about GM crops, particularly the cotton, BT cotton, and which is there in the news because of the ongoing issues of genetically modified crops and the new developments which are happening here. And this is also inspired from the previous year question themes, because earlier it was asked such questions, and in news BT cotton is always there. Okay, that's why this question. And see, the options are there and it is kind of confusing options, but if you have read about Bolgard 1 and Bolgard 2, which are like kind of technologies which are developed in order to take care of this pink bollworm. Okay, pink worm, which attacks generally the like cotton, the flowers of the cotton. Okay, so the answer is directly developing genetically modified crops in order to give these special features to those crops. Okay, so that's why difficulty is moderate here, because of like kind of knowledge we require to solve this question. Then look at this question. This is again a question on agriculture or farming technique, which is called permaculture. See, this is a random pick, but so sort of things can be expected by looking at the previous year questions. Earlier also precision farming पे question था, देन जीरो बजट नेचुरल फार्मिंग पे क्वेश्चन था. तो हर बार एग्रीकल्चर में ऐसे एग्रीकल्चरल टेक्निक्स जो होता है, फार्मिंग टेक्निक्स, उस पे क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं और उनको कन्वेंशनल टेक्निक्स के साथ कंपेयर करते हैं. सो द सेम हैज बीन डन हियर. सो लेट अस लुक एट इट. यू जस्ट गो थ्रू दिस ऑल ऑफ देम, बट लुक एट दिस थर्ड वाला. सो इफ यू आर अवेयर अबाउट दिस कन्वेंशनल केमिकल फार्मिंग, दैट इट रिक्वायर्स लाइक गुड इरिगेशन, ठीक है, और फर्टिलाइजर्स चाहिए इसको, ठीक है, केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स, देन पेस्टिसाइड्स वगैरह यूज करते हैं हम, वीडिसाइड्स वगैरह यूज करते हैं. इफ यू नो दिस knowledge, then you can easily eliminate third, because it says that it is easily possible in semi-arid regions जहां पर irrigation facilities कम होता है, but permaculture is so easily possible in such regions. So थोड़ा उल्टा दे रखा है. सो इफ यू हैव दिस कि ऐसे हो नहीं सकता, ये भी गेस भी करेंगे, देन यू कैन एलिमिनेट दिस 3, ठीक है, then you will be left with this B and C, and you will have only that 4 is correct from here. You just have to look at 1 and 2. But if you look at 1, 2 and 4, all of them are in sync. They say that permaculture is little bit good, better, and it encourages crop diversity. It does not encourage this monocultural practices, okay, and at the same time it also has a lot of benefits when you are comparing with your chemical farming, conventional chemical farming. So that all of them are in sync, so that's why you can go with B as your answer, ठीक है. And the difficulty level is moderate to difficult because of the nature of this question, because we never heard about this particular farming technique earlier. Now since UPSC asked, we will try to look at it, okay. Then there is this question related to palm oil, okay. Why it is in news? Because of the oil crisis and increasing in the oil prices, and we are importing lot of oil, particularly palm oil. हम जो साउथ ईस्ट एशियन कंट्रीज है लाइक इंडोनेशिया, मलेशिया, ठीक है, मलेशिया यहाँ से इंपोर्ट कर रहा है, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज देयर इन द न्यूज, ठीक है. सो न्यूज में था, प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन इंस्पायर्ड है बिकॉज इससे पहले भी such sort of questions have been asked by the UPSC. Now let us look at it, ठीक है. Palm oil is native to Southeast Asia. Guys, this is a wrong info because it is native to Africa, and because of the similar conditions, because ये Southeast Asia में भी equatorial region है and similar conditions that you can find it Africa, वही वाला regions की वजह से colonial time पे Europeans जो है उन्होंने introduce किया था वहां पर. So that's why this statement is wrong. You just eliminate this, you will get to the answer which is 2 and 3, okay. So look at second and third. Palm oil is raw material for some industries producing lipsticks and perfumes. This is true. Cosmetics में use करते हैं, at least उसका केक जो है उसको बायोडीजल में भी use करते हैं, like biofuels वगैरह बनाने में, and at the same time लिपस्टिक्स वगैरह ऐसे कॉस्मेटिक्स बनाने के लिए use करते हैं. That's why 2 and 3 is correct. And difficulty level is moderate to difficult, okay. Again look at it, this is there in the news related to oil and palm oil, but they have focused, they have done the research, background पे focus करके background basis पे question बनाया है, ठीक है. So that is how you have to prepare for your prelims. Next question, among the following which one is the least water efficient crop? मतलब जिसको ज़्यादा पानी चाहिए या पानी ज़्यादा वेस्ट होता है, तो लीस्ट वाटर एफिशिएंसी जहां पर कम है ऐसे क्रॉप. जस्ट लुक एट इट, सनफ्लावर दिया है, पर्ल मिलेट दिया है, रेड ग्राम दिया है. यू कैन एलिमिनेट इजीली पर्ल मिलेट्स बहुत ही वाटर एफिशिएंट है, उनको कम पानी में भी दे गिव गुड यील्ड्स. सिमिलरली रेड ग्राम जो है दैट इज आल्सो you can eliminate these two. So the no kind of confusion will be between these two. But if you are like कभी गन्ने वगैरह खाए होते तो you know that they have lot of water and they need lot of water. Irrigation बहुत ज़्यादा चाहिए इनको, that's why like सुक्रोज कंटेंट अच्छे से आना है, ठीक है. सुक्रोज उसमें जो शुगर होता है that is called सुक्रोज, अगर उसका कंटेंट अच्छे से इंक्रीज होकर आना है तो then you need lot of water. That's why it requires lot of water and most of the water gets evaporated, ठीक है, ट्रांसपिरेशन के थ्रू चला जाता है. That's why it is least water efficient crop है, ठीक है. एग्रीकल्चर सब्जेक्ट से है, प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन थीम बेसिस पे है, लास्ट टाइम भी ऐसे जूट बेसिस पे क्वेश्चन पूछा था जूट क्रॉप के बारे में. सो स्टैटिक है, फैक्चुअल बेसिस है एंड बिट ऑफ इजी बिकॉज ऑफ काइंड ऑफ ऑप्शंस एंड वी आर वेल अवेयर ऑफ शुगर केन. दैट्स व्हाई द लास्ट क्वेश्चन इज इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ इंडियाज प्रिपरेशन फॉर climate smart agriculture, which is nowadays the important topic or the topic which is always there in the news because we are going for this sustainable agriculture. We even have a national mission on sustainable agriculture, okay. So consider the following statements. इसमें देख लीजिए, ये थोड़ा सा random है and factual है, ठीक है. So I don't think कि anybody like clear cutly उनको ये वाला पूरा information पता हो, इसलिए with that confirmation they might have gone for this 1 to 3. but random थोड़ा सा जो सिंक में होता है, थोड़ा लगता है कि हाँ हो सकता है, उस बेसिस पे गेस भी कर सकते हैं. just look at these statements, all of them are in sync and they say that this is once again a factual information कि वो it is in the France, maybe we do not know, it is there. now after research I found that it is actually there, okay. so that's why the answer is 1, 2 and 3, Okay, sorry, 1, 2 and 3. And here the difficulty level is very difficult. So altogether from geography there were 6 questions, and from agriculture again there were 6 questions, so 12 questions, but most of them are falling under moderate to difficult range. Okay, so थोड़ा geography से unconventional questions है, इस बार ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ड्राइनेज पैटर्न पे फोकस किया है. ऑलमोस्ट 2 क्वेश्चंस आर डायरेक्टली ऑन द ड्राइनेज, उसमें भी थोड़ा एनालिटिकल टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आया है. ठीक है, देन क्रॉप्स पे भी 2 क्रॉप्स पे पूछ लिया था, एक तो पाम ऑयल पे, दूसरा वाला शुगर केन पे भी. ठीक है, सो इफ यू सी दैट पर्टिकुलर पोर्शन से इस बार ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस आया है. फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी या लाइक जियोमॉर्फोलॉजी से ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस नहीं है. क्लाइमेटोलॉजी से फिर भी क्वेश्चंस था. ठीक है, ओशनोग्राफी पे भी एक क्वेश्चन मान सकते हो आप, वो पॉलीमेटालिक न्यूडल्स वाला. ठीक, so this is the analysis of geography and agriculture wala questions. I hope this video is useful to you. If it is so, please like, share and subscribe this particular channel, and thank you very much. See you in the next video.